Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to this strange realm of mine. I have an axe. Oh, fuck. Ow. Ow. Shit. The hell is that thing? Or that guy? I can charge my axe, right? Come here. Come here, you shit. Okay, that guy might be stuck on a wall, and that guy might be stuck on a torch. Alright. Jesus! Hey, come here. Okay, it doesn't seem like you can really charge. It looks like I'm charging the axe, but what I'm doing is, not. So I'll get a gun at some point, I guess. Okay, I got more reach than I thought. Gun. Are they gonna get the guns too? Cause it kind of feels a bit unfair. I feel like one's gonna be hiding, but I guess not. I keep forgetting I had that little zoom in function. What the hell, was that it? Oh, shit. Nice. Again, really cool fucking artwork. These guys really should have been given guns. Jesus. I don't need that. But if they had guns, I probably would. Nice hills. Very bountiful. To be honest, I was gonna shoot that person. I'm glad I didn't. Hello, sir. Jack Daw. Don't get any closer. Wait, your eyes, you're not one of them. Them? It's a long story, but those red-eyed people are called cultists. Crazy cult, huh? It's actually people I knew. Rather. Long story short, a stranger came to our village, seemed okay at first, but then he took more and more liberty until he pretty much started to controlling people. Why would you let him do that? We didn't, or most of us didn't, but somehow some of us thought he was right. He was loud, he seemed to have all the answers, and anyone who would object got made fun of or threatened. You think people would see this as some sort of warning sign, right? Apparently not. Sad. What about their red eyes? Exactly, I got more suspicious. Something felt awry when more and more started following him. So I followed him one night. He gave his followers something, a powder of something. I'm a bit of an amateur chemist, so I took a sample of the powder and did some experiments. I administered substance to some rats, and they seemed to follow one of the sober rats. At one point, the new rat leader attacked one of the other sober rats, and a whole zombie gang jumped in as well. Wasn't a pretty sight. So how do we cure them? I don't know for sure, but I have an idea. Let's hear it. Well, for some of them, I think it's too late. They have probably gone mad from the amount of substance abuse. But there are others who are just now being forced the substance. There might still be time to save them. So here's what I'm thinking. The chemical makes them obey given orders, right? Well, it doesn't. Makes sense to me that they would only follow his orders. I think we could tell them to do as well. So what if we tell them that they have free will? They don't have to follow given rules anymore. They are free to think for themselves. It's still an order, but if they obey it, they would be free. That's what I hope, at least. Sounds risky, but let's try it. Okay, take the rifle. It has some long-range scope, so we should have an advantage from this point. Take down the cultists, but leave the villagers, please. Cover me while I go down and try to cure the villagers. Oh my god. Guess I'll keep an eye out. There's one there. One there. Are you doing a good job, bud? Jack Daw, I think you said your name was. Are there any more of them? Guess I go down there. Hey man, you good? You got them all? You got them all saved? Is she drooling? Yes, everyone survived, and they seem to be able to fully recover. Can't believe it actually worked, telling them that they have free will and that they can choose to follow that one glimpse of an impulse in their heads and completely break the spell. It will probably take a while before they are in full possession of their senses, though. Wait, do you hear that? The airship. What fucking airship? That's a sun. It's not an airship. That's an airship. Or a blimp, depending on how you look at it. You want me to shoot them? I don't see anyone to shoot though, so that's an issue we currently have. What's up? This is the cult leader's airship. He has his lab in there. Let's confront him. Give me the rifle and I'll cover you. While you enter the ship, I'll join you once the cultists are taken care of. Sounds like a plan. But I have to admit, I've never fired a gun before. Can you give me a quick rundown? Aim, center mass, breathe calmly, you can do it. Just fire the rifle. Okay. Yeah, that one. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. I won't let you down. Okay, let's do this. Go in and I'll be right behind you when I've made it to the cult leader. Maybe he can take them all down. Actually, I don't know. Probably can't shoot while he's inside, or while I'm inside, huh? Hell yeah. Alright, cool. What else is there anything cool in here I can have? I can take? Ah! Hey, the person most in control is the person who can give up control. Frederick Solomon Pearls. Hey, cult leader. What the hell? What have you done? Me? Why have you drugged the villagers? So you figured it out, huh? Well, let me at least explain myself, then you might see things differently. It all came to me long ago. I was but a kid back then. Realize how much pain and suffering we go through as humans. We are born into this world, scared, alone, abandoned by God. We don't know our purpose here. Every moment we choose something, we are anxious, because we don't know what entails from that decision. What if my decision, my action, causes someone else to suffer or even die? So each time we make a choice, we know we may be guilty of bringing pain to others, even ourselves. Get to the point. It's more complicated than that, but okay. I was drugged by someone. She said I did. What? Anything she said, I did. Without thinking or even brushing the thought, it was amazing. To not have to make that decision. I couldn't be held accountable for any of my actions because they weren't my actions. My body and mind acted on its own. This is the most beautiful way to live. None of these people suffer. They don't do anything wrong in their eyes. They simply follow directions by, well, me. What about the people who refused? They're dead. It was for the greater good. You have to see that. They tried to stop me, us, from this utopia we were going to build. We couldn't let that happen. You have to understand what you did was unethical. The way I see it, I choose to become a martyr for them. They didn't have to make the tough decisions. I made all those calls for them. Sure, killing others might not be the best of practices, but I assure you it was the only way. Free will is a part of our lives. Why should you have it and not them? You please, don't force change on others. Change yourself instead. You're right. Could not have let them just choose for themselves. It's not up to me to carry the burden of others. I just thought, well, I'll let you go. But don't do this again. Thank you. I'll take my leave. Oh, yeah, he just left. Hey, man. Saw you let him go. I hope he will learn a lesson and not terrorize people again. Do you know where the exit is? I saw this huge, strange gate in the sky earlier. Might as well take the airship there. Sounds like a plan. Join me at the tavern. Thanks, I will. I really need to get out of here. Too many bad memories attached to this place. Well, this is beautiful. Can I shoot those goats? Oh, fuck, I'm steering. That's a strange one. I mean, free will is obviously great, but sometimes you kind of just have to let someone else make a choice for you. Not anywhere close to the extent that that guy was doing. But like, for instance, to get through my backlog, I put my fucking games on a wheel on Firefox. And I just spin that whenever I want to play something, and it tells me what to play. Because if I don't, and I just choose something, I'm going to ignore all the games that I don't really want to play. It's also a good way of teaching me not to buy shitty games. Because if the wheel chooses for me to play those games, I'm going to have to play them. It's weird, but it's helping me get through my backlog a lot faster than it would if I were playing them myself. I hope I'm going the right way, and not in a circle. Can I talk to him? No. It won't let me. So, I was gonna say, is it gonna get like super creepy like the fucking raft ride? I feel like it might, but I'm down for it. I love this game. Makes me want to play Omori some more. I don't know why I stopped recording that game. I really don't. Like, of all the games that I've dropped, there's been like, most of the reason is just pure laziness. But I like to think I've been somewhat consistent lately. And, I really want to go back to Omori. So maybe after this game I might start that up again. Because I really, really enjoyed it. Nothing creepy happened. Maybe once I go through the gates, something will. I think the only thing with Omori, though, is it's going to be a long game, and it's also going to require a lot of talking. So I'm going to need to have Halls on standby. Alright, let's talk to all of our lovely tavern compatriots. Starting with the dude, Jack Daw. Hey, can't stop thinking about the event at my village. What about it? Well, if someone can control a small number of people like that and still do so much damage, imagine how terrible a whole nation would be. If converted into a narrow-minded mindset attacking anyone who disagrees. It's sickening. What can we do about it? Not much, I presume. We should encourage people to think for themselves, even if we disagree with their opinion, but the problem lies in the fact that some people aren't allowed to think for themselves. Everyone should be allowed that simple privilege. True. Well, can't change the world, we can only change ourselves. Hopefully that will be enough. Hey, what's up? Not much, you? I'm reminiscing. What's the word so hard? Reminiscing. There. Was that so hard? What are you, reminiscing about? See? Oh yeah. I mean, I guess I'm kind of lucky I was dealt a pretty good cards in life. I have anxiety and stuff and my share of problems and so on. I'm dealing with it, you know? And there are people with so much worse cards, and what I've seen is either they blow your mind or they do nothing about it, and only complain on how unfair their lives are. Got an example? You betcha. You know some people who've lost their legs? Well, some just accept it and go run a marathon. A marathon. Couldn't even think to do that. And have 2 fully functioning legs. That always amazes me. And the others? The complainers. I mean, sure, on one hand, if you're really ill, I guess there's a legitimate reason to complain and feel sad. But still, so many have minor disadvantages, and instead of trying to improve on these things or try to shine in other directions, they just stop. Stop progressing, growing, striving for anything. They put the blame on the universe, and then that's it. Well, they are free to do nothing. Sit there and rot then. Or do you know something? Get up, grow, write, sing, dance, whatever you want. Breathe in, breathe out. Phew. Yeah, you're right. No need to get worked up over it. Poetry time, then I'll talk to you. Yes. How? How can you see me? How can you save me? How can you feel me? How can you fill me in? How can you love me? How can you lose me? How can I come there? How can I calm down? How? Love, I'm hungry. Okay. That was good. You did good. Good job. That's a Game Boy. Yo. Hey, what are you up to? Not much. Thinking about the past again. Sigh. Uh-huh. About what? Well, I'm just thinking about people who I have really argued with, and how pointless arguments really are. I mean, if we argue about specifics, like facts, then instead of arguing, we could just look up the answers, right? And if we argue about something stupid, like if tomatoes are tasty, well, that's completely subjective, so why bother? No one is right. There's no objective answer to all arguments. Well, if someone thinks you've hurt them, but you don't? What if someone thinks you've hurt them, but you don't? Well, okay, you've got a point. Those things are much harder to solve. But I guess understanding and communication is key here. However, not everyone are super understanding. Some people seem to thrive in drama, whether they are aware of it or not. True, maybe try to ignore them as much as possible? Yeah, I guess. If those people start an argument, just say whatever and go on about your business. I'll try that next time. Wow, did I teach you something for once? Psst, whatever. I'm kidding. Alright. Squire, what do you have to say to me now? You're back. Did you experience anything interesting? Something about losing control and regaining it. Oh yes, an important lesson. There's a constant battle in this universe, in this dimension, between 2 poles. The very rigid logic that moves in straight lines without questioning its path or purpose, then we have chaotic or free pole that moves fluidly. Both are necessary for any life to happen. If we only moved with the extreme logic without free will, we would move between 0 and 1, forever. On the other hand, if we had full control, we would be in a state of pure chaos. It's like turning on the TV without a channel on. Constant noise of randomness. The sweet spot is somewhere in between, where we allow the rigid logic to persist, only to override it from time to time. Now we have a moving pattern that tries to move back to its rigidness. only to be pushed away again and again. Humans, for instance, have a heart that follows the rigid flow, and a brain that moves more erratically. You follow your heart, but think a path with your brain. I think you've lost me. Sorry, I sometimes get carried away, not realizing people might not fully understand what I've been trying to convey. I used to have these dreams, well, visions almost. Dreams in which I had no control of whatsoever. At first I panicked. I struggled to break free from whatever prison I was in, but I couldn't move. This guy really likes to talk. I need a drink. Ah, an inch. I was without a body, floating around on a set course that repeated itself. It was like a roller coaster with divine beings and insights along the way. It was strange, and no matter how much I tried, I couldn't get off the roller coaster. At that point, I had given up. I realized I was probably going to be stuck there forever, and that's when it happened. I was freed from the experience. It's like that whole lecture about free will, how we take it for granted and how it can only exist between a fixed logic and a fluxed chaos. Interesting, has the opposite ever happened? Visions of full control, yes, it's happened, but usually I get a pre-made scenario where several outcomes can happen. As with the no control scenario, you won't get out of there until you've explored several outcomes. For instance, you can be put into a position of a commander on a battlefield. Depending on the choices you make as a commander, your army loses or wins the battle. If you lose, everything rewinds and you try again and again and again until you win. Sounds like a game. It is. Pretty much everything is when you think about it. All the game really is a set logical rules and a free will to choose a path in those logical rules. Winning or losing is not really concrete or real. It's just the subjective agreement that you've completed the game. And mankind has had plenty of games throughout history. Was it just a past time, or is it a reflection, or even an understanding of the universe we are in? Could this experience be a game? Ha, who knows? Anyways, I've kept you long enough. I'll open the door for you. Let's hope your next experience is a good one. He said that, now it's going to be a terrible one. I'm going to die. I'm going to be scared. I'm going to be frightened. I'm going to be reading something. What the hell? The killing of a friend for the search of truth. I'm sorry, I guess, that I put you on mute. Fear drove me to this division. I split my soul for a sacred vision. You'll have no light, no hope, no dreams. You'll face it all to be free. All I faced was my vanity, losing a friend for the cost of our sanity. In the cold and the darkness and the fear, I grant my teeth, tense my body, I'm here. I want to change some things. Things affecting everything. An urge for some real creation, but running out of inspiration. My mind will go insane. Apathy roots the brain, rots the brain. Create a brand new earth. Witness its rebirth. I don't want to keep it chemical. I don't want to keep it rational. Okay. Alright, well, I guess we'll figure out what the fuck's going on here in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching this lovely little game. I have no idea how long this shit is, but it's really, really good. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.